Welcome back to the Real Pastors Live movie show. I am your host. My name is Gary. Hope you all are having a wonderful Monday today here at noon. Hope your Monday's going well. I will be flying solo here today as my partner in crime, my best good buddy Efren, he has a knee injury, I am told. And he's in the bed. And Efren, we hope you have a speedy recovery, and you can be back here on the show with us very soon. We'll be praying that your knee injury is nothing too serious. He sent me a text this morning saying, "Hey, I am bedridden due to a knee injury, and so I will be doing the show solo today." Efren, we miss you. However, the show must go on. That's why I'm here with you all today. So, Efren, we'll be praying for you. Hope the knee gets well. We're getting old, man. We're getting old. Knee injuries, back pain. He had a shoulder injury last summer, and it just happens, you know. And I woke up this morning, and my back hurt. What did I do? I don't know. I went to bed, woke up with back pain, and but I'm trying not to let it, hurt my mood, if you know what I mean. Trying to have a good mood about things, So without further ado, welcome to the show. Welcome back, Real Pastors Live. And so on today's episode, this will probably be a shorter episode today. And reason being, Efren's not here with us. And, got a quick topic I want to talk about. Going to go to the question we posed to you all last week. We got a comment here. We're going to go to Cole in the comments. He says, shoulder and leg injury last summer. Yes, last summer, Efren injured his shoulder, and then a few weeks later, his leg. And now we got his knee. So pray for Efren. Pray for Efren. So last week, I posed a question to us all. One movie, just one, what would it be to see in theaters? A movie from the past, a movie from history that you would like to see in theaters, to experience on the big screen. What would it be? And here are some of the rules. I had a hard time explaining the rules in the text today when I was posting about this. But here's some of the rules. It has to be just one. You can only choose one movie. Okay? It can be a movie you saw in the theaters that you want to re-experience, or a movie that you didn't get to see in theaters that you would like to experience. And so we're going to talk about that today. We're going to go to some of the comments, and I posted earlier on my Facebook some questions, and let's see what people have to say. So one movie to experience on the big screen, what would it be? And we're talking about that because honestly, folks, that's kind of where we're going to be headed, to theaters for a little bit. A lot of these new movies are they're being pushed back. So when theaters reopen, like we're about a week away, we believe, from theaters here in North Carolina, hopefully being reopened. However, my fear was, and I told Efren this here on Real Pastors, I said, theaters are going to open here, but they're not going to have any new movies to see because they're going to be pushed back, and that seems to be what's happening. So we're going to have to go to the theater and take a cinematic journey with some older movies, which is fine, but I'm ready to see some new movies. So being on theme of what is going on, we thought we'd talk about what are some movies we would like to see on the big screen that maybe we haven't before. And I'll also share some of my favorite theater-going experiences through my history of going to the movie theater. A cinematic journey, if you will. So let's go to the chat here. Hit the wrong button. Let's see what people have to say. So I posted this on Facebook earlier. I posted it last week. So, first answer we got is The Green Beret, starring John Wayne. Randall Gossett says that. The Green Beret, starring John Wayne. Says it's the greatest movie ever made. Pretty great movie. Going old school there. A lot of old school stuff here. My dad is very disturbing. He says The Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, he claims that's his favorite movie. We got A Christmas Story. Really? I'm not one to judge, but that's your answer. Seth Stewart says A Christmas Story. that movie comes on, every year. You know, but wait, I spaced out there for a second. Yeah, so anyway, you know what? Sorry, no judgment. This is your movie experience, Seth. What you say is you want to go see A Christmas Story in a theater, by all means. Hope you get to do it one day. We got Dirty Dancing, okay, which, fun fact, filmed in North Carolina, starring the late, great Patrick Swayze. Swayze? Miss you, man. The Swayze was great. And all the Star Wars movies, okay, I understand what you're saying there, but that's not the rule. The rule was one movie. One. Okay? Not all the Star Wars movies, but I see where you're going with it. So if you're watching, what Star Wars movie would it be? My Aunt Sherry says The Polar Express. That'd be fun to see, that'd be fun to see in the theater. Kim Hunter, The Sound of Music. All right. And to that, Randall Gossett said, good grief, via a Charlie Brown emoji. These are the ones on my personal Facebook. That's why I'm not showing them here. We got, let's see, Gone with the Wind. Laura Zigrang says that. Yeah, you go see Gone with the Wind in the theater, you might as well have a lot of snacks because you're going to be there a while. But I respect that. All right, let's go to some of the chat here. So we got here, yeah, youth ministers getting old. Yeah, I believe that is Efren. They're posting there. We are, buddy. We are getting old. Hope you're well. Daniel Kleka, Signs. Okay, yeah. I saw that twice in the theater. One of my favorite theater experiences. That movie is creepy in the theater. It's creepy anywhere. And I don't get too far ahead of myself, but we may be talking a little bit of Signs next week. But, we'll do that. So Christian says Tombstone. If you like the movie Tombstone, you should check out my Western Wednesday episode from a few weeks ago where we talked about it. Yeah, Tombstone would be great to see in theater. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Yeah. And we got Cole here. The Dark Knight, because I was too young to watch it when it came out. Yeah, that's a great one. So comment along. That's all the comments we got right now. What movie would you like to see in theater? To see in theaters. Because the movies we love are better on the big screen. You know what I'm saying? They are. There's something about going to the movie theater and experiencing these movies we love on the big screen. And a lot of the movies I love that I grew up with were already out. Like Cole just said, they were already out on VHS, TV, whatever it may be. I didn't get to see them on the big screen. But we can do that, get to go and rejourney, is that right? These movies. So Efren says, I believe that's Efren, Return of the Jedi. Respectable. Yeah. So a couple of things before we get going into other things. What movie are you excited about? Okay, we got clarification. It is Efren. No one hacked the youth group YouTube channel. That is Efren. How are you feeling, sir? What movie are you excited to go back and see? New movie. I'm excited about Wonder Woman. I'm excited about Black Widow, which just got pushed back to May of 2021. But the movie I really, really am excited and cannot wait to see that I haven't heard any news on it. But I would like to. I cannot wait to see A Quiet Place 2. I didn't get to see the first one in the theater. I'm really excited to see that. I'm hoping we get to see that. Sooner rather than later. You know what I'm saying. So, all right. So we got here. It's Leah. Hello, Leah. She would like to see The Hobbit. All right. I'm assuming you mean the first one, right? Well, they're all different titles. So we got The Hobbit, we got Desolation of Smaug, and we got the Battle of the Five Armies. Yeah. Of those three, I liked Smaug the best. I don't know. I like The Hobbit too. So Efren says he is doing okay. Going back to Doctor at 1, hopefully to get some answers. We hope you find your answers, friend. So, all right. So we got some good answers here. Feel free to comment along, classic Hobbit or remake. Leah, are you still watching? You going classic or remake? That's right. The classic animated version. Let's see. We anticipate and we anticipate your answer, Leah, here on the show. All right. So, what would mine be? I've given this a lot of thought. Okay. I have had some movies that I loved growing up that I did get the opportunity to re-experience, to see in the theaters. So we got the remake. That's the answer, the remake. I did see that in theaters. It's a pretty cool experience. I was able to relive some of these movies that I love on the theater. But if I had to choose just one, what would it be? And I think you guys are probably expecting me to say a Batman movie or Jaws. But I'm not going to go that route. I'm not. Obviously, there was a lot of consideration there on these movies. I would love to see Jaws and maybe 1989's Batman in the theater. Mask of the Phantasm would be really cool to see in the theater. But no, if I could choose one, I'm going to choose Empire Strikes Back. That's my choice. That's what I'm choosing. Empire Strikes Back would be my choice if I could choose one to go back and sit and revisit. What's going on there? There we go. It would be The Empire Strikes Back. Here's why. I know Efren said Return of the Jedi, and I respect that. Love Return of the Jedi. I'm going to bring this back up. Yeah, that poster is more epic than my face is. It's my favorite Star Wars movie. It really is. And there's something about a Star Wars movie in the theater. I got to experience all three of the prequels in the theater. Issues, yes, but it was something special about going to the movie theater and going to see those movies. I'm glad I did. And let's see. I saw all the new movies in the theater. But The Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars movie, and I would love to go see this in the theater. So that's going to be my choice. That's my choice. The Empire Strikes Back, just such an epic feel. Isn't there something about going to the movies? And we go see movies, all the time when we're allowed. But something about going to see an epic movie. Wait. Hold on. I got breaking news. I didn't choose Empire because it's in theaters now, and if we open back up, we can go see it. Oh. I didn't know that. My wish may come true. Empire is in the theaters right now? Did I forget this? Did I not know this? Okay. All right. When theaters open up soon, we're going. But wow. Okay. I'm I'm excited now. Okay. Folks, breaking news. Empire Strikes Back is in the theaters now, and I may get my wish. I'm trying not to tear up here on the show. Wow. Thank you, Efren. The man is injured, but he's still bringing us information here. Wow. Way to go the extra mile there. Cool. Denzel chiming in. Did you already say my movie? No, I did not. I spoke to Denzel earlier, and he said a lot of war movies, which I tended to agree with. A war movie on the big screen would be pretty epic, but he settled with, not settled, but he chose Hacksaw Ridge as his movie he'd like to see in the theaters. Great movie. Other people around the office, let's go to my notebook here, my trusty notebook. So my good buddy Dom, he chose Fences, starring Denzel Washington. He's a big Denzel fan, as we all are. He said that would be the movie he'd go see. My brother Scott last week chimed in. He said The Godfather, which is a respectable choice. Classic mafia movie. And one of the few mafia movies that I feel I can tune into because it's not riddled with F words and other nonsense. So it's a classic movie. Let's see. And Rachel, I asked her, she's our worship minister here at the Crossing, the church I'm at, and she just responded, I don't like movies. And then I proceeded to just walk away. So, yeah, so that's what I'm working with here. We got Fences, we got The Godfather, and Hacksaw Ridge, and I don't like movies, is what Rachel told me. So, okay. Rachel, be better, all right? So, yeah, I'm excited. Did you tell me that Empire was in the theaters and I just forgot? Wow, okay. So moving on a little bit. Theater stories, all right? I thought today, I'll tell some stories here from my favorite theater experiences. Here we go. So it's the 40th anniversary edition, released on the 25th of September. Wow. What a time. Whoa, this is exciting to me. Okay. We will update you next week on the plans to go see this on the big screen. So please stand by for that. I thought I'd share a little bit of my favorite theater going experiences, and then I got to close. So I've been honored to go see many great movies at the theater. As a kid, my first movie was Batman Returns. First movie I ever saw in the theater. Also, not long after that, The Mighty Ducks 2. Went to go see that in the theater with my Aunt Sherry. She took me to the movies all the time. And that was, at the time, the coolest movie I'd ever seen. And kind of holds up. Watching on Disney Plus the other day. Mighty Ducks 2 is pretty great. But the epic movies I got to experience in the theater, it's pretty great. The first Avengers movie, going to see that in a packed theater was really cool. Got to see that with my brother-in-law Michael and my father-in-law Jim. That was a funny story, by the way. I'll tell you guys about that story one day. Let's see, what else? Okay. In high school, a bunch of us got together to go see Friday Night Lights in the theater. And when we showed up, a lot of the football teams from all the local high schools, including ours, were there watching the movie in the same theater. And that got pretty intense, but it was also a lot of fun. A movie like that was surrounded by, pretty much every high school football player in the county. That was a lot of fun. Avengers Endgame, a couple years ago, seeing that with my wife and my good buddy Dom. That was a great, epic movie feel. But if I had to choose just one, it was a few years ago. I think it was a little bit ago, for the Blu-ray release of the Indiana Jones movies. They re-released Raiders of the Lost Ark in IMAX around the country, and here locally they released it at the Palladium in IMAX. And my brother-in-law Michael and I, we went to go see it, and that was very special. To see a movie, I love Indiana Jones, I love Raiders of the Lost Ark. To see a movie like that on the IMAX screen was very cool, because I never thought I'd be able to see that movie in the theater. And it was awesome to see the Paramount logo and to see Indiana Jones come up on the screen, and the boulder, and then to get the scene with the idol, and it just such a great experience seeing that in the theater. That is probably my favorite. And as it ended, everyone clapped, and it was just cool. It was just a really cool moment. A lot of the comic book movies too, like I said, Avengers Endgame. I saw all 3 of the Nolan Batman movies in the theater. The Dark Knight Rises I saw in IMAX. That was pretty cool. Going to the theater, it's a special thing, especially for those epic movies. And I'll be honest, I don't get, even before things closed, I didn't get to go to the theater as much as I'd liked. But I'm the guy who likes to go, especially for those epic movies. The Marvel stuff. Going to see Glass last winter with a couple winters ago with Efren was pretty special. Seeing that movie. But yeah, love going to movie theaters. And Efren says for Empire Strikes Back, we are going. We are going. And if they release Return of the Jedi in the theaters, we'll go see that as well. So, yeah, the big screen. Oh, how I miss it. And hopefully here soon we will be back at it. Because going to see Tenet a few weeks ago, that brought me back. That was like, this is where I belong. Right here. Sitting, watching movies. So, all right. So, comment below. Let us know, what are some of your favorite theater experiences. Thank you guys for commenting today. Like I told you, it's going to be a shorter show today. My wife is calling me on my phone, so I got to call her back because I'm going to close here. She called me 3 times, so that means it's important. So, and yeah, so I'm going to close here. Next week, Efren and I are going to be talking about Halloween movies. Movies that we feel are must-watch throughout the month of October to get us in that Halloween mindset. So, yeah, very excited about that. So, that'll be next week. And, hope you guys have a great week. And we'll see you.